What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. The new Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden and Limited list is out, and we are going to talk about it. I know I'm not the first one to post this, and I apologize for my raspy voice. I was taking a nap, and wake up, lo and behold, the Forbidden and Limited list is out. I don't think anybody was expecting it this early because, I mean, we're talking about like 10 days early essentially. But I guess you could say Konami has been getting a lot better when it comes to the ban list process and posting these lists in a timely manner. They're not really like dragging this process out anymore. I have seen the entire list, so unfortunately this will be one of the first time I can't do any live reactions, as we call it in the biz, but it's definitely pretty surprising some of the moves that they have done, and of course we're going to talk about them. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's just go ahead and get into it. And I think there's one archetype that completely skated, unless my eyes deceived me. But let's talk about one of the two cards that are now forbidden. One of them I think everybody has been talking about and asking for quite some time, and that would be Guard Dragon LP. Man, maybe you could make an argument, much like the Nightmare archetype, that the entire Guard Dragon archetype was just a mistake. You know, when you gotta ban 2 cards out of a 3-card archetype, like, or theme, that's probably not a good thing. And LP, you know, summoning any dragon monster from the deck, obviously very strong. I don't think Konami underestimated how easy these guys would be to summon. I think they underestimated how easy it would be for dragon players to you know, get multiple monsters pointing at a certain zone and basically still be able to play even though they could only summon dragon monsters, because we've seen the combos. I mean, basically since Savage Strike came out, these things have been relevant in some way. Dragons are, you know, top 2, top 1 most supported types in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't see that changing anytime soon. So I guess you could say it was just a matter of time. Like if they did this for warriors or for spellcasters, you'd probably have the same exact result. I mean, people have been calling for LP to get banned for quite some time. I did say we talked about the ban list on my last live stream. I said that this would be the time that Konami would finally address LP, because there's just no more like elephant. There's no other bigger elephant in the room, in my opinion. To the next one, and the second I tell you it's an Xe monster, you'll know exactly what card it is. I don't understand where this is coming from. So Zoodiac Trident has been rebanned. Now, obviously, this just happened on the OCG Forbidden and Limited list, and I think the #1 reaction from at least TCG players was kind of, huh? What? Are you telling me Dryden is one of the most problematic cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, I really just don't get this. You know, some people talk about, you know, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus being the real problem or being a significantly powerful card. I mean, I heard people making arguments that like Dryden could go to 3 and it would just like make no difference. That Zoodiac was basically a Zeus deck, which I kind of agree with. Like Dryden is really cool for like the first turn, and then after that you just transition into becoming a Zeus deck. You know, attack with whatever Xe monster you have, maybe Borbo, and then just stack as many materials under Zeus as you can, you know, get, and try to use Zeus to just wipe the board turn after turn. So I never saw a timeline where Dryden would get rebanned. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't think anytime soon Broadbull would come back, but I'm a little dumbfounded, honestly. I don't think that Dryden is ban worthy. It's a strong card, don't get me wrong, but like, did it need to be rebanned? And I don't think Zoo got anything else. Like no barrage, no extra barrage or anything like that. I'm dumbfounded. I mean, I'm working on a video about cards that have been banned multiple times, and this is crazy. Trident is now a banned card again. Got originally banned, I believe, in 2016, or I think it might have actually been 17. All right, to the limits, and there's a good amount of limits. So let's start with miscellaneous source, and congratulations, YouTubers, you got this one limited. All the complaining, have you read Misc? Have you read Misc? It finally worked, and Konami went and they put Misc back to 1. This is almost like a list where Konami's reverting to the mean. Like, they're just putting stuff back where they used to be. And yeah, with I think dinosaurs will still be okay. I do believe that Miss. I mean, it's a powerful card. Don't get me wrong; it's a crazy card. I think dinosaurs will still be able to function. They still have so many ways to tutor this card with Oviraptor and Fossil Dig. They're dinosaurs. There was just so much talk in the community about what should be hit or what needs to be hit. So I guess it was inevitable that they would completely skate like something. Oviraptor. People were talking about Baby, Fossil Dig, like something in the deck was going to get hit. I personally think dinosaurs are fine, but they do have Scrap Raptor now, so I guess, like they're not going to be complete. They're not going to really be hurt all that much, at least, or I think they'll be able to make up for it. We saw a card that was forbidden. You guys can see Performance Pile Scroll Combat Joker. This is something I was actually calling for. I believe the last time I did a Banlist prediction. So I was talking about how Electromite's never coming back and how Konami would start giving pendulums more support. And I think I said either Scroll Combat Joker or Astrograph Sorcerer, like one of those cards would go to 1. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think you're just going to see more pendulum cards from Arc V, like more cards from like Arc V or early Vrains. More of these cards that got banned will slowly come back, except Electromite won't be that card because Electromite just ruins the entire mechanic, honestly. So it's really not that surprising that Scroll Combat Joker is off the list. And this could be a situation like Double Iris Magician. If it doesn't do anything, you can maybe even look for it to go to like 2 on later ban list. Next up, Striker Dragon Limited. So somebody brought up this one specifically on my stream, and I didn't think that this was going to happen. I do know that Dragon Link plays multiple Striker Dragon, and to be honest, they'd probably be fine without LP. So this is one where you could probably say, like, Cap, this was actually needed because they do play multiple copies of this card. We know that Striker Dragon is crazy powerful because it is very similar to Salamandra Banlist. The second you summon it, you get a field spell, but then it also has an effect where it can get other, rocket monsters like Tracer. You can like reuse those, and the field spell, the Sector Boot launch is just also insane. It's not even a card where the first time you play it, it's like it basically uses all its utility right then and there because it has that crazy Monster Reborn effect. So, yeah, apparently this is going to be a significant hit. Now, will this bring it to the point where Dragon Link is, like, unplayable? I'm not sure, because, I mean, these are 2 pretty drastic hits. I thought it would have been more likely that something like Quick Launch would have got hit, but I think Dragon players were expecting LP. This is one they definitely were not expecting, in my opinion. So this one definitely could make a very big difference. Next up, Salamandra Great Mirage Stalio. Finally, why was this card, like, seriously, this is one of the worst cards on the Forbidden Unlimited list. Here's the elephant in the room. We were talking about Salamandra Greats. Unfortunately, Salamandra Greats, and it pains me to say this as a Salamandra ambassador, I believe that the archetype has actually been power creeped. Even if Salamandra Greats were at full power, they would not be the best deck. I don't even, under this new format, I'm not sure, but I don't think that they would even be like a top 3 deck because the power ceiling of their turn 1 it's not insanely high. This will really, it'll help Salamandra Great. It'll give them their core combo, but it won't solve the problem of, like, if you don't have access to Gazelle, still kind of rough. You can summon Gazelle, I guess, from Mirage Stalio, but generally you wanted to use Mirage Stalio for like Jack Jaguar because Jack Jaguar gives you 2 bodies, but I guess you can just summon Gazelle and then get Jack Jaguar. So yeah, maybe it'll essentially be the same thing. It'll be interesting to see if Salamandra Great players move back towards the multiple spinnies because spinny was all the rage when Mirage Stalio was legal, and the second that they banned that card, spinny took a serious hit. So it'll definitely be nice for Salamandra Great players. It'll give them an awesome removal card, but there is some give and take because we all know Salamandra Great is like a access code turbo deck, and if you use Mirage Stalio, can't use access code, at least not in that turn. Here was one that I really didn't expect. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage is back, baby. Wow, we were also talking about this deck, and we asked the question, if everything was at 3, where would Sky Striker be? And I was like, it'd be the best deck. Don't even play. Oh man, this is I dare say Sky Striker might have a win condition, because I don't believe Sky Striker has a win condition without this card. The deck just doesn't. One is fine. I think, don't crucify me here. I think this card might be at 2 in the OCG, but I think they also have other hits. This is really interesting. This is far more interesting, in my opinion, than Mirage Stallion, because this changes things a lot. Now, obviously, you're not guaranteed to get it, and maybe this means you can't play Desires in Sky Striker, or maybe you don't want to play, because, man, it would be rough. You activate Pot of Desires and banish your Mobilize Engage. This would be a card you want to recycle, like, all day, every day. You know, search it with Shizuku, recycle it with Kagari as many times seemingly possible. Sky Striker actually might be a legitimate kind of, not like, even tier 2. I was going to say better than Rogue, but I mean, this does a lot. Konami, I think, don't move this card to 2 immediately. We gotta see what Sky Striker are gonna do. Anyways, that's it. I actually know. Excuse me. I believe that Double Iris moved. Yes, Double Iris is now semi-limited. I mean, I really haven't seen anybody play the card, honestly, or I haven't really seen it make any impact, because people don't really play Pendulums. And Symbol of Heritage, I believe this is the Lone Fire Blossom card. It's now at 3. It was limited. Wow, they don't usually move cards from 1 to 3, but they went ahead and did it. It's a very interesting list, but you know what? I'm not gonna go into a whole thing about it, like a whole rant. I'm just gonna say invoked. all I'm gonna say is invoked. Where you guys know what I'm saying? Invoked. Where are you? Now, Invoked is just never going to get hit. I would have bet any amount of money that Invoked was going to get hit, that it would have been Magical Meltdown to 1, and just maybe I'm blind, but like from what I see, Invoked just didn't get hit at all. Definitely a super interesting list. Colossus, that needs to be the next card on the agenda, is bringing Colossus back to 1. Anyways, whatever you guys think, you leave that in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, as always.